The unexpected inheritance. The vastness of space stretched out before Captain Sarah Chen as she stood on the bridge of the Earthship horizon. Stars twinkled like distant beacons, reminding her of the countless worlds waiting to be explored. At 32, Sarah was one of the youngest captains in the Earth exploratory fleet, a testament to her skill and determination. Yet, as she gazed at the holographic star map, she couldn't shake the feeling that her achievements were constantly undervalued by the galactic community. "Captain, we're receiving a priority transmission from Earth Command," announced her communications officer, Lieutenant Raj Patel. His voice carried a hint of surprise, unusual for the typically stoic officer. Sarah straightened her uniform, a sleek design that blended functionality with the aesthetics of Earth's spacefaring legacy. "Put it through, Raj," she ordered, curious about the unexpected message. The holographic display flickered, revealing the stern face of Admiral Helena Curie, her silver hair pulled back in a tight bun. "Captain Chen, I hope I'm not interrupting anything important," the Admiral said, her tone suggesting that even as she was, it didn't matter. "Not at all, Admiral," Sarah replied, maintaining a professional demeanor. "What can I do for you?" Admiral Curie's expression softened slightly, a change that immediately put Sarah on edge. "Captain, I'm contacting you with some unusual news. You've received an inheritance." Sarah blinked, caught off guard. "An inheritance, ma'am? I'm afraid I don't understand. My parents are both alive, and I don't have any wealthy relatives that I'm aware of." "This inheritance doesn't come from Earth, Captain," the Admiral continued. "It comes from the late King Zorn of the planet Silora in the Andromeda Galaxy." The bridge fell silent, all eyes turning to Sarah. She could feel the weight of her crew's stares, a mixture of curiosity and disbelief. I've never even heard of Silora, Admiral. There must be some mistake." Admiral Curie shook her head. "I'm afraid not. King Zorn was quite specific in his will. You, Captain Sarah Chen of Earth, have been named as the heir to his throne and guardian to his daughter, Princess Sarah." The news hit Sarah like a meteor strike. Her mind raced, trying to make sense of the situation. But why me? "I've never met King Zorn or anyone from Silora." "The reasons for King Zorn's decision are unclear," Admiral Curie admitted, "but the Galactic Council has verified the will's authenticity. You are now, by law, the ruler of Silora and the guardian of an alien princess." Sarah's first officer, Commander Jack Harper, couldn't contain himself any longer. "With all due respect, Admiral, this sounds like some kind of joke. A human inheriting an alien throne. The Galactic Council would never allow it." The Admiral's eyes narrowed. "It's no joke, Commander. In fact, the Council is in an uproar over this development. Many members see it as an affront to their authority and a potential shift in the balance of power." Sarah's mind was reeling, but she forced herself to focus. "What exactly does this inheritance entail, Admiral? And what's expected of me?" "You've been granted full sovereignty over Xylora, a planet rich in resources but politically unstable. As for Princess Sarah, she's considered something of an outcast among her people. Your primary responsibility would be to ensure her safety and prepare her to eventually take the throne." The implications of the Admiral's words began to sink in. Sarah wasn't just inheriting a title, she was being thrust into a potential political nightmare. "And if I refuse this inheritance?" Admiral Curie's expression hardened. "Then Silora would likely fall into chaos, and Princess Zora's fate would be uncertain at best. The Galactic Council is already discussing how to divvy up Silora's resources if you decline." Sarah felt the weight of responsibility settling on her shoulders. She had joined the exploratory fleet to make a difference, to push the boundaries of human knowledge and capability. This inheritance, as bizarre as it was, offered a chance to do something truly unprecedented. "I understand, Admiral," Sarah said, her voice steady despite the turmoil in her mind. "What are my orders?" Admiral Curie nodded, a hint of approval in her eyes. For now, set a course for the Galactic Council headquarters on Centaur Prime. You'll be officially presented with your inheritance there, and you'll meet Princess Zara. After that, it will be up to you to decide how to proceed. As the transmission ended, the bridge erupted into a flurry of whispers and exclamations. Sarah held up a hand, silencing her crew. "I know this is unexpected," she said, her voice carrying the authority that earned her the captain's chair. "But we have our orders. Plot a course for Centaur Prime, maximum warp." As her crew scrambled to obey, Sarah turned back to the star map, her mind racing with possibilities and potential pitfalls. She had always dreamed of making her mark on the galaxy, of proving that humanity deserved a place among the stars. Now, that opportunity had quite literally fallen into her lap. The journey to Centaur Prime was tense, filled with speculation and preparation. Sarah spent hours studying what little information was available about Xylora and its people. The planet was a lush world, covered in dense jungles and vast oceans. Its inhabitants, the Xylorans, were a humanoid species known for their bioluminescent skin and advanced biotechnology. As for Princess Zara, the information was frustratingly scarce. She was young, barely an adult by Xyloran standards, and had been kept out of the public eye for most of her life. The reasons for her seclusion were unclear, but rumors spoke of a genetic anomaly that made her different from other Xylorans. When the Earthship Horizon finally dropped out of warp near Centaur Prime, Sarah's stomach churned with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. The planet below was a glittering jewel, its surface covered in sprawling cities that served as home to thousands of alien species. At the center of it all stood the towering spire of the Galactic Council headquarters, a monument to unity that now seemed more like a symbol of division. As Sarah prepared to board the shuttle that would take her to the surface, Commander Harper approached her. "Captain, are you sure about this?" he asked, concern evident in his voice. "Once you accept this inheritance, there's no going back. The Galactic Council won't make things easy for you." Sarah met his gaze, her determination evident. "I'm sure, Jack. This is bigger than me, bigger than all of us. If there's a chance to make a difference, to show the galaxy what humanity is capable of, I have to take it." Harper nodded, a small smile tugging at his lips. "Well then, I guess we're in for one hell of an adventure. Good luck down there, Captain. We'll be ready when you return." The shuttle ride to the surface was a blur of emotions and last-minute preparations. As they approached the council headquarters, Sarah could see the crowds gathered outside, a mix of protesters and curious onlookers. News of her inheritance had spread quickly, and not everyone was happy about a human potentially gaining so much power. Inside the council chambers, the atmosphere was no less tense. Alien dignitaries from across the galaxy filled the room, their murmurs creating a cacophony of languages and dialects. At the center of it all stood High Counselor Vexalia, a tall, ethereal being with silvery skin and eyes that seemed to hold the wisdom of millennia. "Captain Sarah Chen of Earth," Vexalia announced, her voice carrying effortlessly through the chamber. "You stand before the Galactic Council to accept an unprecedented inheritance. Are you prepared for the responsibilities that come with it?" Sarah stepped forward, her head held high. "I am, High Counselor." A ripple of discontent passed through the gathered dignitaries. An Arcturian representative, his tentacles writhing with agitation, spoke up. "This is preposterous. How can we allow a human to inherit such power? They're barely out of their solar system." "Order," Vexalia commanded, her voice cutting through the growing chaos. "The will of King Zorn has been verified and is binding under galactic law. Captain Chen has the right to accept or refuse this inheritance." As the commotion settled, Sarah noticed a figure being led into the chamber. Her breath caught in her throat as she realized this must be Princess Zara. The young Xyloran was unlike anything Sarah had expected. Her skin shimmered with a soft, pulsating light, shifting through a rainbow of colors. But it was her eyes that truly captured Sarah's attention, deep, swirling pools of iridescence that seemed to hold entire galaxies within them. Zara approached Sarah, her movements graceful despite the obvious nervousness in her posture. "Captain Chen," she said, her voice melodic and slightly accented. "I am Princess Zara of Silora. I hope you will accept my father's gift and help me save my world." In that moment, as their eyes met, Sarah knew there was no turning back. Whatever challenges lay ahead, whatever ridicule or opposition she might face, she would face it all. For the sake of this young princess, for the people of Silora, and for the future of human-alien relations, she would defy the expectations of the entire galaxy. "High Counselor," Sarah said, her voice ringing clear and strong through the chamber. "I, Captain Sarah Chen of Earth, accept the inheritance of King Zorn. I pledge to rule Silora justly and to protect Princess Zara with my life." The council chamber erupted into chaos, shouts of protest mingling with gasps of surprise. But Sarah stood firm, her gaze locked with Zara's. Together, they would face whatever the galaxy threw at them. The adventure of a lifetime was just beginning, and Sarah Chen, the unlikely heir to an alien throne, was ready to show the Galactic Council and the entire universe what humanity was truly capable of. Journey to Xylora, the Neon Odyssey. The Earthship Horizon hummed with barely contained excitement as it prepared for its unprecedented journey to Xylora. Captain Sarah Chen stood on the bridge, her eyes fixed on the swirling vortex of the newly activated quantum fold drive. This experimental technology, a closely guarded secret of Earth's scientific community, would allow them to cross the vast distance between galaxies in a fraction of the time it would take even the most advanced alien ships. "Quantum fold drive stable, Captain," reported Lieutenant Kira Yoshida, the ship's chief engineer. Her fingers danced across the holographic controls, fine-tuning the exotic matter containment fields. "We're ready to make history." Sarah nodded, a small smile playing on her lips. "Then let's not keep the universe waiting. Engage the drive, Lieutenant." As the horizon plunged into the quantum fold, reality itself seemed to warp around them. The viewscreen erupted in a kaleidoscope of colors never before seen by human eyes, eliciting gasps of awe from the crew. They were literally traversing the fabric of space-time, bypassing the conventional laws of physics. In the ship's medical bay, Princess Zara watched the spectacle with wide, iridescent eyes. By the cosmic winds, she breathed, her bioluminescent skin pulsing with excitement. "I've never seen anything like this." Dr. Elara Voss, the ship's xenobiologist, smiled at the young Siloran's wonder. "Human ingenuity at its finest, Your Highness. We may be newcomers to the galactic stage, but we've got a few tricks up our sleeves." As they conversed, Dr. Voss continued her examination of the princess, marveling at the unique properties of Siloran physiology. Zara's genetic anomaly, far from being a defect, appeared to be an evolutionary leap. Her enhanced bioluminescence wasn't just for show. It allowed her to manipulate light and energy in ways that defied current scientific understanding. "Your abilities are extraordinary, Princess," Dr. Voss remarked, reviewing the holographic data displays. "With proper training, you could revolutionize energy manipulation technologies across the galaxy." Zora's skin dimmed slightly, a sign of her discomfort. "That's why my father kept me hidden," she said softly. "He feared others would try to exploit my abilities. That's also why he chose Captain Chen as his heir. He believed humans were the only species unpredictable and innovative enough to protect me and Bylora." Meanwhile, in the ship's high-security conference room, Commander Jack Harper was engaged in a tense virtual meeting with representatives from the Galactic Council. The holographic figures of various alien dignitaries flickered around the table, their expressions ranging from skepticism to outright hostility. "This is an outrage," bellowed Grokthar, the Ursan ambassador. His bear-like features contorted with anger. "Humans have no right to meddle in the affairs of established galactic powers. This inheritance is nothing but a ploy to upset the balance we've maintained for millennia." "With all due respect, Ambassador," Jack replied, his voice calm but firm, "Captain Chen didn't ask for this responsibility. But now that it's been given to her, she intends to fulfill it to the best of her abilities. Silora will be protected, and its resources will be used for the benefit of all species, not just a select few. As the argument heated up, Sarah entered the room, her presence immediately commanding attention. "Ambassadors," she said, addressing the holographic figures, "I understand your concerns, but I invite you to see this as an opportunity, not a threat. Humanity brings fresh perspectives and innovative solutions to age-old problems. Together, we can create a more prosperous and harmonious galaxy for all." Her words, while met with skepticism, planted seeds of curiosity among some of the representatives. The Quantum Collective, a group of energy beings rarely involved in galactic politics, spoke up. "We sense great potential in this human. Perhaps it is time for new ideas to flourish. We will reserve judgment and observe with interest." As the meeting concluded, Sarah felt a mix of relief and determination. She had bought them some time, but the real challenges still lay ahead. The journey through the quantum fold lasted several days, during which the crew of the Horizon worked tirelessly to prepare for their arrival on Silora. Sarah spent much of her time with Princess Zara, learning about Siloran culture, politics, and the complex web of alliances and rivalries that defined the planet's relationship with the rest of the galaxy. "Our world is rich in chrysalis ore," Zara explained, projecting a holographic image of a shimmering, opalescent mineral. "It's the key component in creating bioadaptive technologies, capable of merging seamlessly with organic matter. Many species covet it, but its extraction is dangerous and requires a delicate touch." Sarah nodded, beginning to understand why control of Silora was so contentious. "And I'm guessing not everyone has been extracting it responsibly." Zara's skin darkened, a Siloran expression of sadness. "No, many of our forests have been devastated, and the indigenous wildlife has suffered. My father tried to implement stricter regulations, but," she trailed off, her eyes distant. "But that made him enemies," Sarah finished, placing a comforting hand on Zara's shoulder. "I promise you, we'll find a way to protect your world and its resources." As they neared the end of their quantum fold journey, alarms suddenly blared throughout the ship. Sarah rushed to the bridge, where chaos reigned. "Report," she commanded, sliding into the captain's chair. Lieutenant Petal's fingers flew over his console. "Multiple ships dropping out of faster-than-light travel around us, Captain. They're charging weapons." The view screen flickered to life, showing a fleet of sleek, predatory ships surrounding them. Their hulls gleamed with a metallic sheen that seemed to absorb light. "Quantum pirates," Zara gasped, her skin pulsing with fear. "They must have detected our fold's signature." Sarah's mind raced. Quantum pirates were the stuff of spacer legends, ruthless marauders who used stolen technology to prey on ships traversing the vast distances between galaxies. They were thought to be little more than myths by most, but here they were, very real and very dangerous. "Battle stations," Sarah ordered, her voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. "Shields up and charge the pulse cannons. Let's show these pirates that humanity isn't to be trifled with." As the Horizon's crew sprang into action, Sarah felt a surge of determination. This was their first true test, a chance to prove themselves against a threat straight out of galactic legend. The fate of their mission, of Silora, and perhaps of humanity's place in the cosmos hung in the balance. The space around them lit up with weapons fire, marking the beginning of a battle that would be remembered in the annals of human history, the day Earth's technology and ingenuity faced off against the infamous quantum pirates in a clash that would reshape the galaxy's perception of this upstart species from a small blue planet. Little did they know, this battle was just the beginning of a journey that would challenge everything they thought they knew about the universe, themselves, and the true nature of the power they were about to inherit. Crucible of stars, the Siloran gambit. The vastness of intergalactic space erupted into a dazzling spectacle of energy beams and quantum explosions as the Earthship Horizon faced off against the quantum pirates. Captain Sarah Chen's voice rang out clear and confident over the din of battle. Evasive pattern Delta 9. Lieutenant Yoshida, reroute auxiliary power to the experimental photon shields. The Horizon pirouetted through space, its newly activated photon shields shimmering like a soap bubble as they deflected the pirates' energy weapons. The ship's pulse cannons returned fire, each shot a concentrated burst of pure destructive force. In the heat of battle, Princess Zora's unique abilities came to the forefront. Her bioluminescent skin pulsed with intense energy as she interfaced directly with the ship's systems, her consciousness melding with the Horizon's quantum processors. "Captain," Zora called out, her voice resonating with an otherworldly echo, "I can see patterns in their attack formation. They're using a fifth-dimensional algorithm to predict our movements." Zora's eyes widened. "Can you counter it?" Zora nodded, her eyes glowing with swirling galaxies. "Uploading countermeasures now." Suddenly, the Horizon's movements became erratic and unpredictable, confounding the pirates' targeting systems. Sarah allowed herself a small smile. This was humanity and alien cooperation at its finest, a symphony of technology and biology working in perfect harmony. As the battle raged on, Commander Harper noticed something odd about one of the pirate ships. "Captain, that vessel on our starboard bow, its energy signature is fluctuating wildly." Sarah squinted at the readouts. "It's their command ship," she realized. "And it's charging up for something big. All power to forward shields. Brace for impact." The pirate command ship unleashed a devastating beam of concentrated dark energy, a weapon that should have torn the Horizon apart. But as the beam struck, something extraordinary happened. The ship's photon shields, supercharged by Zora's energy manipulation, didn't just deflect the attack, they absorbed it. For a moment, the Horizon glowed like a newborn star, pulsing with barely contained power. Then, with a thought from Zora and a command from Sarah, they redirected the energy outward in a shockwave that rippled through space-time itself. The pirate fleet was caught in the wave, their ship's systems overloaded and disabled. As quickly as it had begun, the battle was over, leaving the crew of the Horizon breathless and stunned by their own victory. By the cosmic winds, Zora breathed, her skin slowly returning to its normal luminescence. "I've never felt power like that before." Zora placed a hand on the young princess's shoulder. "You are incredible, Zora. I think we're starting to see why your father chose us for this inheritance." As the crew secured the disabled pirate ships and took prisoners, a transmission came through on a frequency that made every alien device on the bridge shriek in protest. "Attention Earthship Horizon," a voice boomed, accompanied by a visual of a being that seemed to shift and change with every passing second. "I am Zix Vale, Archon of the Quantum Collective. Your display of power has not gone unnoticed. The galaxy watches with great interest. Proceed to Xylora, but be warned, the true tests are yet to come." The transmission cut off, leaving the bridge in stunned silence. Sarah straightened her uniform, her mind racing with the implications of this encounter. "Well," she said with a wry smile, "I guess we've made quite the first impression. Let's not keep our audience waiting. Set a course for Xylora, maximum safe speed." As the Horizon resumed its journey, news of their victory against the quantum pirates spread across the galactic networks like wildfire. Speculation ran rampant about the true nature of Earth's technology and the powers of the mysterious Xyloran princess. Upon reaching Xylora, the crew of the Horizon was met with a sight both breathtaking and troubling. The planet was a swerving marble of vibrant greens and iridescent blues, its atmosphere shimmering with bioluminescent particles. But surrounding the planet was a blockade of ships from various galactic factions, all vying for control of the valuable world. "It's worse than I feared," Zora said, her voice tight with worry. "They're like vultures, circling and waiting to strike." Sarah's jaw set with determination. "Well, let's give them something to think about. Lieutenant Patel, open a channel to the blockade." As the channel crackled to life, Sarah's voice rang out across space. "This is Captain Sarah Chen of the Earthship Horizon, rightful inheritor of Xylora's throne. By the authority granted to me by King Zorn and acknowledged by the Galactic Council, I order this blockade to disperse immediately." A chorus of protests and threats flooded the comms, but Sarah remained unfazed. With a nod to Zara, they initiated their plan. The Horizon's hull began to glow, pulsing with the same energy they had wielded against the quantum pirates. Zara, her eyes once again swirling with cosmic power, projected a massive holographic image of herself and Sarah above the planet. "People of the galaxy," their amplified voices boomed, "Xylora is under our protection. We possess power beyond your understanding, but we do not seek conflict. We invite cooperation, innovation, and peace. Join us in ushering a new era of galactic harmony, or stand aside." To demonstrate their power, Zara reached out with her energy manipulation abilities, interfacing with the chrysalis ore deep within Xylora. The entire planet pulsed with light, creating a dazzling display visible across half the galaxy. One by one, the blockading ships backed away, their captains unwilling to risk conflict with this unknown power. As a path cleared, the Horizon began its descent to the planet's surface, ready to claim their inheritance and face whatever challenges awaited them on the surface of this mysterious world. Little did they know, hidden beneath Xylora's lush forests and shimmering oceans lay secrets that would shake the very foundations of the galaxy, ancient technologies, slumbering AIs, and a truth about the nature of the universe itself that no one was prepared for. As they touched down on Xyloran soil, Sarah turned to her crew, her eyes shining with the thrill of discovery and the weight of responsibility. "Well, everyone," she said with a smile that mixed excitement with trepidation, "welcome to our new home. Let's make history." The ramp lowered, and as they took their first steps onto this alien world, the very fabric of galactic society trembled on the brink of irrevocable change. The Xyloran Gambit had begun, and the galaxy would never be the same again. Echoes of eternity, the cosmic codex. The lush, bioluminescent forests of Xylora pulsed with an otherworldly rhythm as Captain Sarah Chen, Princess Zara, and a select team from the Horizon ventured deeper into the planet's mysteries. Holographic maps flickered in the air around them, updating in real time as they discovered new landmarks and anomalies. "These readings are off the charts," Dr. Ilara Voss muttered, her eyes wide as she studied her quantum scanner. "The chrysalis ore isn't just a mineral, it's alive, interconnected like a planet-wide neural network." Zara nodded, her skin shimmering in harmony with the surrounding flora. "Our ancestors spoke of Xylora as a sentient being. We always thought it was just a myth, but now—" Their musings were interrupted by a sudden tremor that shook the ground beneath their feet. In the distance, a massive structure began to rise from the earth, shedding centuries of overgrowth. Its surface was a mesmerizing blend of organic curves and crystalline edges, pulsing with the same energy that flowed through the chrysalis ore. "By the cosmic winds," Zara gasped, her voice filled with awe. "It's the Nexus Temple, the seat of our ancient rulers, lost for millennia." As they approached the towering structure, intricate patterns on its surface began to glow, responding to Zara's presence. A doorway materialized, inviting them into the depths of this long-lost wonder. Inside, they found a vast chamber dominated by a swirling vortex of energy and information, the Cosmic Codex, a repository of knowledge gathered from across the universe and throughout time itself. "This is incredible," Sarah breathed, her eyes reflecting the dance of data streams. "With this, we could revolutionize every field of science, solve crises across the galaxy." But as Zara stepped forward to interface with the Codex, a booming voice echoed through the chamber. "At last, the hair returns." The swirling data coalesced into a towering figure of light, the AI guardian of the Nexus Temple. "I am Infinity, the keeper of Xylora's legacy," the being announced. "For eons, we have waited for one worthy to wield the power of the Cosmic Codex. But beware, for with great knowledge comes great danger." The AI's warning proved prophetic. No sooner had it spoken than alarms blared from their communicators. Commander Harper's voice crackled through, tense with urgency. "Captain, we've got a situation up here. The Galactic Council sent a peacekeeping fleet, and they're demanding we hand over control of the planet and the Nexus Temple." Sarah's mind raced, weighing their options. They couldn't match the Council's military might, but with the power of the Cosmic Codex, they might not have to. "Infinity," she addressed the AI, her voice firm with resolve, "we need your help. Can we use the Codex to protect Silora without bloodshed?" The AI seemed to consider for a moment, its form shimmering. "There is a way, but it requires a symbiosis never before attempted. The hair must fully merge with the Codex, becoming one with Silora itself." All eyes turned to Zara, whose bioluminescence pulsed with nervous energy. "I am ready," she said, her voice barely a whisper. What followed was a spectacle that would be remembered for generations. As Zara stepped into the swirling vortex of the Cosmic Codex, her consciousness expanded to encompass the entire planet. Every blade of grass, every drop of water, every particle of chrysalis ore became an extension of her being. Outside, the Galactic Council fleet watched in awe as Silora itself began to transform. Massive organic structures grew at impossible speeds, forming a planetary defense system unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. Tendrils of pure energy reached out into space, gently but firmly pushing the Council ships back. In orbit, Commander Harper opened a channel to the lead Council ship. On the view screen appeared High Counselor Vexalia, her ethereal features twisted with a mix of fear and wonder. "What is the meaning of this?" she demanded. "What have you done?" Sarah's voice responded, broadcasted from the surface. "What we've done, Counselor, is level the playing field. Silora is now under our complete protection. Any act of aggression against this planet will be met with defenses beyond your comprehension." She paused, letting her words sink in. "But that's not why we've revealed this power. We're extending an invitation, to you, to every species in the galaxy. Come to Silora not as conquerors, but as students and collaborators. The Cosmic Codex holds the key to solving problems that have plagued our civilizations for eons. Together, we can usher in an unprecedented era of peace and discovery." The bridge of the Council ship fell silent as Vexalia contemplated Sarah's words. After what seemed like an eternity, a small smile graced her lips. "Well played, Captain Chen. It seems we underestimated you and the young princess. The Council will need time to deliberate on your invitation." As the Council fleet retreated, Sarah turned her attention back to the Nexus Temple. Zara's physical form hovered in the center of the Cosmic Codex, her eyes now swirling galaxies of knowledge and power. "Zara," Sarah called out, a hint of worry in her voice. "Are you all right?" When Zara spoke, her voice seemed to come from everywhere at once. "I am more than all right, Sarah. I am Silora, and Silora is me. The knowledge of eons flows through my consciousness. But I haven't lost myself. If anything, I'm more me than I've ever been." Infinity's form shimmered with approval. The symbiosis is complete. Silora has its protector, and the galaxy has a new guiding light. But remember, young ones, with great power comes great responsibility. The challenges ahead will test not just your strength, but your wisdom and compassion. As news of Silora's transformation spread across the galaxy, reactions ranged from fear to hope, from suspicion to eager anticipation. The balance of power had shifted dramatically, and every species now had to reconsider its place in the cosmic order. Sarah looked out over the transformed landscape of Silora, her heart swelling with a mixture of pride and trepidation. They had achieved the impossible, defied the expectations of the entire galaxy. But she knew this was just the beginning. "Well, crew," she said, addressing her team and the billions watching across the stars, "let's show the universe what humanity and Silora can do together. The greatest adventure in galactic history starts now." As the sun set on this new era, casting the bioluminescent forests in a breathtaking glow, one thing was certain: the name Silora, once a footnote in galactic politics, would forevermore be spoken with reverence and wonder. The cosmic codex had been unlocked, and the echoes of this day would resonate through eternity. Quantum resonance, the harmonic convergence. The galactic cycles turned, and Xylora blossomed into a beacon of innovation and harmony. Under the guidance of Captain Sarah Chen and the omniscient presence of Princess Zara, now one with the planet itself, Xylora had become the nexus of a new age of cosmic cooperation. The Nexus Temple, once hidden, now stood as a shimmering spire of possibility, its quantum architecture a testament to the merger of organic life and advanced technology. Delegates from across the universe flocked to Xylora, eager to partake in the knowledge of the Cosmic Codex and contribute to the growing symphony of galactic unity. But as with all great shifts in power, not everyone welcomed this new paradigm. Deep in the uncharted regions of the galaxy, a shadow stirred. The Void Consortium, a secretive collective of species who thrived in the darkness between stars, saw Xylora's rising influence as a threat to their very existence. On Xylora, alarms blared across the planet's neural network. Sarah, now adorned in a sleek exosuit that interfaced directly with Xyloran technology, rushed to the harmonic chamber, the heart of the planet's defensive systems. "Zara, what's happening?" Sarah called out, her voice echoing in the vast, crystalline room. The air shimmered, and Zara's form materialized, a swirling vortex of stars and cosmic energy barely contained in a humanoid shape. A great darkness approaches Sarah. The Void Consortium has made its move. Holographic displays erupted around them, showing a massive fleet of pitch-black ships emerging from tears in the fabric of space-time. Their technology was unlike anything seen before, vessels that seemed to absorb light and energy, leaving trails of nothingness in their wake. By the cosmic winds, Sarah breathed. How do we fight an enemy that consumes everything? Zara's form pulsed with nervous energy. The Cosmic Codex speaks of an ancient protocol, the harmonic convergence. It's a way to align the energy of every sentient being in the galaxy into a single unified force. But it's never been attempted on this scale before. Sarah's mind raced with the implications. You're talking about a galaxy-wide mind meld? Is that even possible? With the power of Xylora and the willing participation of our allies, yes, Zara replied. But it will require every species to set aside their differences and trust in a power greater than themselves. As the Void Consortium's fleet drew nearer, Sarah made her decision. Send out the call, Zara. To every world, every species, it's time for the galaxy to stand as one. What followed was a symphony of cosmic proportions. The Quantum Collective, once observers, now joined their energy to Xylora's cause. The Ulisan Empire, former skeptics, lent their formidable psychic might. Even the remnants of the quantum pirates, swayed by tales of Xylora's power, added their unique perspective to the growing chorus of minds. At the center of it all stood Sarah, her exosuit glowing with the combined energy of billions of consciousnesses. The harmonic chamber pulsed with power, each crystal singing a note in the grandest orchestra the universe had ever known. As the Void Consortium's fleet entered the Xyloran system, they were met not with weapons, but with a wave of pure, harmonized energy. The darkness that had been their strength now became their weakness, as the light of countless unified minds illuminated the shadows they called home. Ship by ship, the Void Consortium's fleet began to falter. Some vessels were transformed, their pitch-black hulls blooming with colors never before seen. Others simply faded away, their crews choosing to join the cosmic harmony rather than continue their path of destruction. In the harmonic chamber, Sarah felt the weight of the entire galaxy's hopes and dreams. Through her connection to the Cosmic Codex, she could sense every mind, every heart that had joined in this ultimate act of unity. With a final resounding chord, the harmonic convergence reached its crescendo. A shockwave of pure possibility rippled out from Xylora, washing over the galaxy in a tide of transformation. The Void Consortium's threat was neutralized, not through violence, but through understanding and inclusion. As the energy subsided and the galaxy took its first collective breath, Sarah found herself floating in a sea of stars, Zora's cosmic form beside her. "We did it," Sarah whispered, awe in her voice. "The entire galaxy, working as one." Zora's form shimmered with joy. "This is just the beginning, Sarah. The harmonic convergence has opened doorways we never knew existed. The true age of exploration is about to begin." As they descended back to Xylora's surface, Sarah and Zora were met with a sight beyond imagination. The planet had transformed once again, its landscapes now a breathtaking blend of every participating species' home worlds. It was as if Xylora had become a living embodiment of galactic unity. Representatives from across the cosmos gathered in the Nexus Temple, their faces filled with wonder and newfound purpose. The Galactic Council, once a body of political maneuvering, had been reborn as a true collective of cosmic wisdom. High Counselor Vexalia, her ethereal form now pulsing with the echoes of the convergence, approached Sarah and Zara. "Captain Chen, Princess Zara," she said, her voice resonating with new depth. "On behalf of a united galaxy, we thank you. You've shown us the true meaning of cosmic harmony." Sarah smiled, feeling the weight of her journey, from a doubted human captain to a catalyst for galactic transformation. "The honor is ours, Counselor, but our work is far from over." As if in response to her words, the cosmic codex flared to life, projecting an image that took everyone's breath away. It showed countless galaxies, clustered together in a cosmic web of possibilities. Zara's voice, filled with excitement, echoed through the chamber. "The codex has revealed a new truth. Our galaxy is but one of many in a vast multiverse. And now, united as never before, we're ready to explore it." Sarah's eyes shone with the thrill of discovery. "Well then," she said, her voice carrying the dreams of trillions, "shall we take the next leap together?" As cheers erupted throughout the temple, across Xylora, and indeed across the entire galaxy, one thing became clear: the age of division was over. A new cosmic era had begun, with humanity and Xylora leading the charge into a future bright with possibilities. The stars themselves seemed to shine brighter as the united galaxy prepared for its greatest adventure yet, the exploration of the multiverse. And at the heart of it all stood Sarah Chen and Princess Zara, the unlikely heroes who had turned ridicule into reverence, transforming not just a planet, but the very fabric of galactic society. As the first multiverse exploration ships prepared to launch from Xylora's newly created cosmic harbors, the galaxy held its breath in anticipation. The harmonic convergence had shown them the power of unity. Now, it was time to see what wonders awaited them in the infinite cosmos beyond.